Afternoon students, welcome to the session. In this session we are going to discuss some important questions which are based on the topic projectile. So in this video we will discuss the projectile questions and top 10 projectile questions we will discuss here. So I hope you are not a new subscriber, you are a earlier one, so you know about my profile. And if you are new to this channel, then you can like, share and subscribe to this channel. So without wasting any time, let's start the first question. The first question is saying four projectiles are projected with the same speed at an angles of 20 degree, 35 degree, 60 degree and 75 degree with the horizontal. So here you can read the first question. The first question is saying four projectiles are projected with the same speed at an angle 20 degree, 35 degree, 60 degree and 75 degree with the horizontal. The range will be longest for the projectile whose angle of projection is. So the examiner is asking about the range. For which angle the range will be maximum for the given question. So the question has now four options: 20 degree, 35 degree, 60 degree and 70 degree. So now students, we have done the projectile. So you can try this question, you can pause the video. After that we will discuss the question. So you can try this question, you can pause the video now. You can pause the video for 30 seconds. After that we will discuss the question. So now students, we are going to discuss this question. You know very well that the height of projectile, the range of projectile is given by r is equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. So u square sine 2 theta into sine 2 theta divided by g. So this is the relation for range. And if you have seen the sine graph, then the sine graph will be like this one. Sine curve you can say. It will be like this one. From 0, sine 0, it will go to maximum value when its value is sine 90. And it will again going to be decrease. So this is the graph for sine wave, you can say sine wave graph. So at this point the value of sine theta is maximum and the maximum value is pi by 2. And the sine, this is sine pi is again going to be 0. Then this graph comes in negative value, means after sine 180 degree the value of sine will be negative. So here students, you can see that the value of sine theta, this sine 2 theta, it will be maximum up to sine 90, means if the value is near about sine 90 then it will be more. So which is the maximum value when theta is equal to this thing? You have also studied in the class that when theta is equal to 45 degree, that is, then this range will become u square sine 2 theta, that means sine 90. So sine 90 has maximum value. So in simple words you can say that the range will be maximum for 45 degree. But after that, in these four cases, for this the range sine theta will become sine 40 degree. So this will become sine 40 degree firstly. Then this will become sine 70 degree. because we have to double that theta. The result is equal to sine 2 theta. So this is sine 40 degree. Firstly, I will discuss about these two values. So this is sine 40 and this is sine 70. So you can note down these two values. Now after that we have sine 60 degree. So sine 60. Now this is theta equal to 60 degree. So my result for it will be sine. Okay students, we are not required to convert these values. We are not required to convert these values because these are sine 40 and sine 70. But we have to convert this theta. This is theta equal to 60 degree. But in the range we have sine 2 theta. So that means in the range relation we will get it as sine 120 degree. Sine 120 degree. So sine 120 is basically equal to cos 30. So cos 30 is equal to under root 3 by 2. So cos 30 is equal to under root 3 by 2. So that means we can write sine 120 as sine 60 also. Okay, so we can write sine 120. Sine 120 को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, अनदर वैल्यू दैट इज साइन 60, बिकॉज साइन 60 की वैल्यू क्या होती है अंडर रूट 3 by 2. एंड इफ आई गो फर्दर, ठीक है, इफ आई गो फर्दर देन this is 75 degree with the horizontal. So in case of 75, this sine 2 theta will become sine 150. ठीक है, this is sine 150. So sine 150 will be equal to, we can write it as sine 90 plus 60, or you can say we can write it as cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. Then we can write it as sine cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. Then we can easily write it as sine 30 degree. So that means for the given projectile, this will be equal to sine 30 degree. So basically for the given projectile, 4 projectiles are fired, but the velocity, initial velocity is same speed. So that means the initial velocity u is same for all the projectiles. First point, g is also same for all the projectiles. That means the range of the projectile will depend on only one factor. Basically range is equal to u square sine 2 theta, u square sine 2 theta by g. But after that we have seen that g is constant. G is same for all the projectile which is acceleration due to gravity, and u is also same for all the projectiles, and g is also same. So that means the range of projectile is now depending on this sine 2 theta value. The range of the projectile is depending on this sine 2 theta value. So we can simply check the value of sine 2 theta for the 4 angles that we have already discussed, but I am discussing this in detail so that all the concepts should be clear. So for the first angle, that is 20 degree, sine 2 theta will become sine 40. So sine 40. Now you know sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So its value will be less than 1 by root 2, because sine 40 is obviously starting from 0, sine 0. So that means its value should be 1 by less than 1 by 2, 1 by under root 2. Then we have sine 70. This value is sine 70. Now sine 70 is equal, it will be greater than sine 60, so greater than under root 3 by 2. So this value is greater than under root 3 by 2. Then the another two values we have already calculated. Sine 120 was equal to, because sine 2 theta 60 means 60 double of 60 is 120. So sine 120, we have seen sine 120 is equal to sine 90 plus 30 cos 30. So cos 30 is equal to under root 3 by 2. And the last value is sine 75. So sine 75 is equal to sine 150. Sine 150 is equal to sine 150 is equal to sine 90 plus 60 cos 60, that is equal to 1 by 2. So here you can check now which value is maximum. The value which will be maximum for that theta, the range of projectile will be maximum. So here you can see for which angle the range will be maximum. You can check, this value is less than 1 by under root 2, this value is 1 by under root 2, this is under root 3 by 2, but this value is under root 3 greater than under root 3 by 2 because it is sine 70. Sine 70 will be near to sine 90. This value is going near to sine 90, which is maximum, and this value is obviously more than sine 60. So more than sine 60 means this value is greater than under root 3 by 2. So that means for this particular case, for sine 70 degree, the range is maximum. And sine 70 is coming from which value? This is coming from 35 degree. When the projectile is fired at 35 degree, then we are getting this result. So that means from the given options, the right answer for the first question will be option number B, 35 degree. When the projectile is fired at 35 degree from the given options, then the range of the projectile will be maximum. So I hope first question is clear. If you have any doubt in the first question, then you can ask. Otherwise we are going to move to the second question. So now the second question is displaying on the screen. You can see the second question. The second question is saying a body is projected at an angle Q at an angle theta with the horizontal. So in the second question, you can see the students, the body is projected at an angle with horizontal. When it is at highest height, the ratio of potential energy and kinetic energy of the body will be. So this is the another concept that you have to know, because now CBSE is adopting the pattern of multiple choice questions. So for the second question, you can see here a body is projected at an angle with angle theta here. Write the angle theta here. So a body is projected at an angle theta with the horizontal. When it is at highest point, the ratio of potential and kinetic energy of the body. So students, now we are going to discuss this question. Suppose this is the y-axis and this is x-axis. So from here, let's suppose this is a x-axis. So from here the body is projected, let's suppose. So body is projected in this way, wait. So the body will be projected in this way and it will come down with this way. So now students, you know, at the highest point, when the body is at highest point, then it has only horizontal component of velocity. The vertical component becomes zero at the highest point, because the body is not going upward, body is not coming downward. That means only horizontal component will be there. So horizontal component will be u cos theta if the body is fired with the angle theta. सो अगर बॉडी थीटा एंगल के साथ फायर की होगी, प्रोजेक्टाइल को फायर किया होगा थीटा एंगल के साथ, इन दैट केस द हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट विल बी यू कॉस थीटा. एंड नाउ व्हाट ही इज सेइंग, we have to find the ratio of potential and kinetic energy of the body at highest point. So that means what we can do, we can find mgh, which is potential energy. So mgh, we can write mgh maximum, because we have to find the maximum height. We have to use the maximum height in potential energy relation, and in the kinetic energy relation we can use half m v square. V means velocity at that point, velocity at maximum point. So that relation we have to use. So now students, mgh, so h maximum, that is maximum height. So maximum height is given by u square. So let's write the relation for maximum height. We have to find, basically this is the ratio. This is the ratio of potential energy. This is basically the ratio of potential energy divided by kinetic energy. Now we have to calculate this ratio. We have to find the value of this ratio. So let's start the question now. So students, we know the relation of maximum height. So if I have to write the potential energy, then for potential energy my relation for maximum height will be, firstly I have to write potential energy. This will be equal to m into g into maximum height. The relation for maximum height is u square sin square theta divided by 2g. So it will be sin square theta divided by 2g. Then we have, okay, right here 2g. Then students, we have kinetic energy. So we have to find the ratio of potential energy by kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is basically equal to half m into v square, and we know which component will be there on the at the top point or at the highest point, u cos theta. So that will be u square, because it will be half mv square. So we are squaring the component of velocity at that time, so it will be u square cos square theta. So I hope it is clear. For two different, with the two different colors I have written the values. So this color is indicating the value of potential energy and this color is indicating the value of kinetic energy. So here I have to use the relation mgh, m as it is, g as it is. For h I have put the relation u square sin square theta by 2g. Here I have used half mv square. So m as it is, which component of velocity is present at the top, or what is the velocity at the top point? The horizontal component is there, that is u square cos square theta. So now I have to cancel the terms which are cancelling out. M is cancelling out, u square is cancelling out, 2 is also cancelling out, and g is also cancelling out. So we will be left with sin square theta by cos square theta. And if you know the trigonometry very well, then ratio of sin square theta by cos square theta, that will be equal to tan square theta. So for the second question, you can say potential energy divided by kinetic energy, this ratio will be equal to tan square theta. So I hope the question will be clear. If any doubt is there, then you can ask that doubt. So tan square theta, this will be the right answer for this particular question. If you find this video useful, then you can like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have already subscribed, then you can share this video with your friends. So this is the question number 2, and the exact answer for right answer for the question number 2 will be option number B, that is tan square theta. So for the question number 2, my right answer will be tan square theta, where I have to find the ratio of potential energy to the kinetic energy. I hope it is clear. Now we are moving to the third question of today's video. In this video, we are going to discuss the 10 important, or you can say top 10 projectile questions. So all the questions are important. So watch them carefully, and after understanding, you can note down all the questions in your notebook. So it was question number 2. Now we are moving to question number 3, that will be displaying on your screen. And the question number 3 is, two balls A and B are projected from the same location simultaneously. Ball A is projected vertically upward and ball B at 30 degree. They reach the ground. Wait. A is projected vertically upward and B at 30 degree to the vertical. They reach the ground simultaneously. The velocity of projection of A and B will be in the ratio. So that means, students, first of all, you have to understand which value will be same for these two balls. First of all, understand the question. For first projectile, which is A, let's suppose this is the body A. It is both are projected from same location. Okay, so ball A is projected vertically upward, so this ball is going vertically upward directly, because no angle is given. That means he is saying vertically upward. So vertically upward means this one, this will be the direction. The ball will go upward, then it will come back with after some time. So this ball will going upward, and this is the maximum height that ball can attain, ball can attain. And the another case is, now the another body is projected from the same point. So this is the another body, let's suppose, that is B. It is projected at 30 degree to the vertical. Now sir has also discussed about this thing. The body can be projected with some angle, with the horizontal also, with the vertical also. So this can be the projectile motion of body B. So now it is making angle 30 degree with the vertical. So this angle will be equal to 30 degree. So this is the path of body B, and body A is just moving in the vertical direction. I am changing darkening this path. So now students, what you can observe from the question? The question is saying they reach the ground simultaneously. So this word means, what is the meaning of this word? Think about this word. That means the time of flight. Obviously time of flight of body A will be same as time of flight of body B, because बच्चे if the time of flight will be same for both the bodies, if the time of flight for both the bodies will be same, then you can say that velocities of A and B we have to find, but the time of flight should be same. So now we have to find the time of flight, because when we will find the time of flight, then we can find the answer also. So let's discuss about the time of flight. So now students, we can use the two relations. So this is the path for body A. Okay, let's write it as, this is the path or trajectory of body A, and this is the trajectory of body B. Now we have to find the velocities of projection of A and B in the ratio. ये हमें find out करना है. But what thing will be the same? Same will be time of flight, because if the time of flight will be same, then both the bodies will reach same. So time of flight we know that is equal to 2u sin theta by g. So this is the time of flight. So 2u sin theta divided by g. So this is the time of flight relation. So what we can do? For A we will write this equation, for B we will write the same equation, and we will equate that too, because bodies will reach at the ground simultaneously only if the time of flight will be same. For 10 seconds body A will remain in motion, for 10 seconds body B will remain in motion. So that means time of flight for the given question will be same. You have to understand the question also in the start before solving. So now we are using the same relation. So time of flight for A will be equal to 2 into UA, where UA is the velocity of projection of A, into sine, in this case theta will be equal to students 90 degree. It will be sine 90, because the body is thrown vertically upward. So angle theta will be equal to 90 degree divided by g. So this will be equal to 2 into ub, where ub is the velocity of projection B. Then we have sine. Now students, which angle we are using? We were using angle with the horizontal. So here angle with the vertical is given, that is 30 degree, but we have to use the angle of horizontal. So 90 minus 30 will be equal to 60 degree. 90 minus 30, that will be equal to 60 degree. Then we have this one, this is equal to again g. So now what will happen? G and G will cancel out, 2 and 2 also cancel out. wait for 1 minute please. We have to use which relation? U cos, okay, sine 60. Yes, we have to use that relation, sine 60. Okay, let's continue the question. So now students, which is left, we have to find, okay, g cancel out, 2 cancel out. So sine 90 is equal to, basically sine 90 is equal to 1, sine 60 is equal to under root 3 by 2. So from here we can find that ratio of UA by UB, this will be equal to sine 60. Sine 60 is equal to under root 3 by 2. So sine 60 is equal to under root 3 by 2. So this will be the answer for the given question. But this answer is not given in the option, so I think there is a typing mistake done by me. So here we have the option of under root 3 by 2. So option number, with the option number C we have to go, and there is, I think, little bit typing mistake is there. So method we have to follow this one. This method we have to follow, because the angle which was given here 30 degree, the angle which was given here 30 degree, this angle was with vertical. But students, we have to take the angle of horizontal in the equation. That will be 90 minus 30, so 60. So we have done the question very right. So answer velocity of projection ratio will be under root 3 ratio 2. So this will be our answer for the third question. I hope it is clear. If any doubt is there, then you can ask me. Otherwise we are going to move to the next question. So if you find this video useful, then you can share this video with your friends who are studying in the same class, and you can share this channel with them, and you can suggest them also to subscribe the channel. So now we are moving to question number 4 of this video. So the question number 4 is displaying on your screen, and this is the another very important question. So before moving to that question, I want to share my point of view that our sole meaning of our work, the sole meaning of our work is to serve the humanity. We are not charging any fees. We are not saying to purchase any course. Our whole content is provided free of cost. So if you find it useful, then you can subscribe to our channel. You can share our channel with your friends. That will be a great thanks from your end. And we need your support only. Rest of the things we have, and subscribe to our channel and try to increase the subscribers. So many students are learning from our channel, and many will also learn from the channel in the future. So now we are going to discuss the question number 4. So the question number 4 was displaying on the screen, and the question is saying a body is projected with kinetic energy K at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. Its kinetic energy at the highest point of its trajectory will be. So very important question. You can also try this question, because I think you can try. If you have listened to the words of sir as well as my words, then the projection will be clear. So a body is projected with kinetic energy K at an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. Its kinetic energy at the highest point of trajectory will be. So this is very important question. You can pause the video and try the question. So now students, if you have listened me carefully, then you have seen that at the highest point of projectile, shahad. So at the highest point of projection, which component will be there? So if you have listened me carefully, then you know about this thing that, wait, you know about this thing that if it is body is projected along the horizontal in this way, then at the maximum height, so then at the maximum height, at the maximum height, which component will be there? Velocity component. Horizontal vertical component of velocity will be 0, because at the highest point the body will be not going vertically down, not going vertically upward or downward. So that means at the highest point vertical component will become 0, but we have horizontal component is there, that's why the body is going again in the forward direction. So that means at the highest point, let's suppose this is the highest point, so at this point the body will be obviously have some component along the horizontal, but vertically body is not going upward, not coming downward. That means at this highest point the vertical component of the body will be equal to 0. We have only horizontal component, that is u cos theta, where theta is the angle with which body is fired with the horizontal. So this will be theta. So now students, we have to discuss what will be the kinetic energy at a top point. If the initial kinetic energy is k, so this is a very important question, you can say. This question is asked many times in the NEET examination. So that's why we have to do this question. So now what we can do, we can find the initial kinetic energy. So initial kinetic energy, initially the body was moving with u velocity. The body was fired at velocity u. So initial kinetic energy, will be half m into u square, and this value is equal to k, because he is saying the body is projected with initial kinetic energy or kinetic energy k. So you can say it initial kinetic energy also, this is equal to k. Now for the second case we have to take kinetic energy which is at highest point. So at the highest point we have half m into velocity at highest point. So velocity at highest point is u cos theta. So now theta is 60 for the given question. So m is equal to u cos 60. So m into v square. So square of this u cos theta. So this is the kinetic energy at highest point. So it is the energy at highest point, at the top point. So now cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. So what we have to do now, put the value of cos 60, that is equal to 1 by 2. So kinetic energy at the top will be equal to half m into u by 2, because cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2, so u by 2 square. So after that what we can do, we can take 1 by 4 outside. Rest of the terms are 1 by 2 m u square. So mu square is what? Mu square is initial kinetic energy. So this is equal to, put this whole value equal to k. So kinetic energy at highest point will be k by 4. So kinetic energy at the highest point will be equal to k by 4 when the body is projected at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal and its kinetic energy was k initially. So you can note down the solution. Basically students, you have to remember the concepts. If you will remember the concepts, then question will be clear. So k by 4 will be the answer for question number 4. So option number D from the given 4 options, k by 4, that is option number D, will be the right answer for the given question. Now we have to move to the question number 5. If any doubt is there in question number 4, then you can ask. So now we are moving to question number 5 of today's video. The question number 5 is saying the projectile is fired with initial velocity u at some angle theta has a range r. If the initial velocity will be doubled at the same angle of projection, then the range will. So another very important question. Question number 5 we have, that is displaying on your screen. You can try this question and then we will continue. So you can pause the video and try the given question. After that obviously we will discuss this question. So you can try the question, pause the video and try to solve the question. So students, the fifth question is on screen and you can try this question. After that we will discuss. So question is projectile fired with initial velocity u at some angle theta has a range r. If the initial velocity is doubled at same angle of projection, so then the range will be. So students, this is the question regarding the range, and if you know the range relation, then the range is basically equal to u square sine 2 theta u square sine 2 theta divided by g, as per my knowledge. If any doubt is there, any clarification is required, then you can go to the projectile topic. So it will be sine 2 theta by g, I think. So according to this, we have the value, we have the value of range for u velocity. So if the initial velocity is doubled, rest of the things sine 2 theta and g will remain. So when, let's suppose this is range, and when you double this one, this is 2, this will become 2u, and we have to square this 2u, then obviously 2 2's the 4 will be there. Or you can simply write r equal to, this is the range for the first case, so r is equal to u square sine 2 theta u square sine 2 theta by g. This is the first relation. Okay, so it is the value of range when the body is fired at velocity u. Now new range will be r dash. So r dash will be equal to new range, and it will be equal to, now the velocity is doubled, so that means it will be 2u square of 2u. Velocity is doubled in this case, but it is fired at same angle, so sine, here students we have to write 2 theta, sorry, here we have to write 2 theta. So in this case, now as I was saying, so r square 2u square sine, so it will be sine, wait, so it will be wait students, it is fired with the same angle, so it will be sine 2 theta again divided by g again. So now in this case you can see it will be equal to, take 4 outside, so it will be equal to 4 u square sine 2 theta by g, sine 2 theta by g. So that means now rest of the term is same. This is u square sine 2 theta by g. So now rest of the whole term is same. This is equal to what? This is equal to r here. So that means when we double the velocity of projection or body, then range will become, new range will be equal to, that is r dash. So r dash will be equal to 4 times the previous range. So r will be equal to 4 times r for this particular question. So that means my right answer for question number 5 will be 4r. So option number D will be the right answer for 5th question. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. Otherwise we are going to move to the next question. And now the 6th question will be displaying on your screen. So next is, the horizontal range is 4 times the maximum height attained by the projectile. The angle of projection we have to find for this question. So now students, this is another important question. The question is saying the horizontal range is 4 times the maximum height attained by the projection. So another very important question. You can also try this question by pausing this video. You can try this question, pause the video and try, then we will discuss. So let's try the question. The question is saying, okay, question we have read already. So horizontal range is 4 times. So we know the relation for horizontal range. So range is equal to, okay, this is equal to 4 times the maximum height. So range is equal to 4 times the maximum height. So basically r is equal to 4 times the maximum height. So basically range is equal to 4 times h max. So h max means maximum height. Now for the given question, range will be equal to, we know the formula for range. Range is equal to u, range is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. So range is equal to u square sine 2 theta is equal to 2 theta by g here. And the maximum height, this is equal to 4. Maximum height was equal to, maximum height was equal to u, maximum height u square sine square theta. So u square sine square theta by g. So it is u square sine square theta by g here. So wait for 1 minute, I have to check range. Okay, this is range. Range equal to u square into sine 2 theta by g, right relation. H max is equal to u square sine square theta by, here students we have 2g. In this relation, when we have to find the maximum height, then we have the relation of 2g. So now what we can do, because from this relation we are getting nothing, so now what we can do, we will cancel out the g term. G will cancel out and U square will also cancel out. So we are left with sine 2 theta. So this sine 2 theta will be equal to sine square theta. Now I will put the value of sine theta. Wait for 1 minute. This is 4 by 2. So I am erasing this one, you can note down. So we are left with two terms, that is sine 2 theta. So sine 2 theta, it is equal to 4 by 2 was there. So 4 by 2 means 2 sine square theta. So this was the relation. So it was sine square theta. So now what we can do? Sine square theta, sine, okay, cos. Okay, now sine 2 theta, I have to open it. I have to put it 2 sine theta cos theta, because we are getting nothing from here. So that's why I am opening sine 2 theta. So sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta into cos theta. So this value will be equal to 2 sine square theta. So it is equal to 2 sine square theta. So after cancellation, you can see one sine will cancel out, because on the right hand side we have square of sine theta. 2 will also cancel out. So we will, one sine will also cancel out from here. So basically finally we will get sine theta by cos theta equal to 1. So that means tan theta equal to 1. So when we have tan theta equal to 1, then we can say theta will be equal to what value? Theta will be equal to 45 degree. So in this question, question number 6, the angle of projection will be equal to 45 degree. You can note down this point also, that horizontal range is 4 times the maximum height, because in which case the maximum height will be obtained, in which case obviously 45 degree. So this is the case in which horizontal height will be 4 times. So you can note down this key point. So answer for question number 6, I am repeating, answer for question number 6 will be option number C, 45 degree. You can note down this point. If this question is clear, then you can move to the next question. Otherwise you can ask any doubt. For the doubts, my number will be 8727955300. This number will be not available on WhatsApp, but you can drop your doubt on message also, or you can call me anytime whenever you have the doubt. So this is my contact number, you can ask. Otherwise you can comment here in the video also. If you find this video useful, then you can like the video, share the video, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, then you can subscribe to the channel also. So now we are moving to question number 7. Question number 7 is here. So you can try the question. I will continue the question after 1 minute. So the question will be displaying on the screen. You can try the question. I will discuss the question after 1 minute. So you can try the question, read the question, and I hope you will obviously get the answer. So let's start the question now. The question is saying, a cricketer can throw a ball at a maximum horizontal distance of 100 meter With the same effort, he throws the ball vertically upward. The maximum height attained by the ball will be. So now for the first case, the horizontal distance is given. That means this is what? This is the range for the question. So range for the given question is there. So range is 100. Okay, so range is 100. So maximum horizontal distance. So maximum horizontal distance. Okay, we will see it later on. So what we are getting here, 100 is equal to maximum horizontal distance, that will be equal to with the same effort he throws the ball vertically upward. Okay, so let's see what we can do. 100 will be equal to horizontal distance, range is equal to u square into sine 2 theta. So u square into sine 2 theta divided by g. Now in the second part he is asking the maximum height attained by the body. So the maximum height attained by the body, maximum height will be equal to, this is equal to u square into sine theta. So sine theta is what is in this case? Sine theta is equal to sine 90 degree, because the ball is thrown vertically upward. So sine 90 will be here, and in the denominator we have 2g. So this is the relation for maximum height. And if you know this thing, what is the for the maximum horizontal distance? Students, for the maximum horizontal distance, theta will be equal to 45 degree. So 45 into 2, this whole term will be equal to 90 degree, because for the maximum range theta should be equal to 45 degree. That concept you studied in the projectile. So this is sine 2 theta, 45 into 2 sine 90. So you can say from the first equation u square will be equal to, from the first equation this term will be equal to 1, so we can eliminate this one. So u square will be equal to 100g. So here in the second equation we have to put the value of u square. So u square will be equal to 100g. So h will be equal to maximum height, h will be equal to 100g, which is the value of u square. So 100 into g, sine 90 obviously 1. In the denominator we have 2g. For the height relation we have 2 in the denominator, keep in mind. So now g and g will cancel out, and the maximum height will come out to be 50 meter. So 50 meter will be the right answer for question number 7. So now see the solution. See the question again once. He is saying a cricketer can throw a ball to maximum horizontal distance of 100 meter. So for the 100 meter distance we have to take maximum horizontal distance, he is saying. So we have to take theta equal to 45 degree. With the same effort he throws the ball vertically upward. So in this case angle will be equal to 90 degree. The ball is thrown vertically upward. Now he is asking the maximum height attained by the ball. So maximum height that ball will attain, that we have to find, and we have calculated the solution step by step, and the right answer for 7th question will be option number D. 50 meter will be the right answer. If any doubt you have, then you can ask the doubt by commenting here. So if this question is clear, we can move to the next question. The next question will be displaying on your screen, and the question is saying, question number 8. So a ball is projected with the velocity v at an angle of elevation 30 degree. Mark the correct statement. So students, you can also try this one. You can pause the video and see all the 4 options that are given here, and what do you think about these options, that which option can be right according to the question. So read the question carefully and read the all statements also, so you can think about the answer, what will be the answer for question number 8. Try the question and pause the video. So students, you can, I hope you have tried the question. The question is about the statements, and 4 statements are given here. Kinetic energy will be 0 at the highest point. But we have seen kinetic energy is not non-zero, because horizontal component is present at the highest point. So this statement is not true. Kinetic energy बच्चे टॉप पॉइंट पे 0 नहीं होती, बिकॉज हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट इज देयर, तो ये गलत हो गया पहला ऑप्शन. सेकंड इज सेइंग वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट ऑफ द मोमेंटम विल बी कंजर्व. अब मोमेंटम में होता है मास इनटू वेलोसिटी, बट वी नो वेलोसिटी ऑफ वाई कंपोनेंट, because why I am taking y component, because it is vertical velocity he is talking about. So vertical component is always changing, तो vertical component is change हो रहा है, तो that means ये भी momentum जो है conserve नहीं रहेगा. Then he is saying horizontal component of momentum will be conserved. तो horizontal component we know, horizontal component की velocity क्या है, u cos theta if the projectile is fired with an angle theta. अब यही केस क्यों ले रहे हैं हमने, हॉरिजॉन्टल पैरेलल वाला क्यों नहीं ले लिया, बिकॉज एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन कुछ गिवन है, ठीक है. सो दैट मीन्स हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट देखो कभी नहीं चेंज हो रहा, u cos थीटा, एंड इट इफ वी मल्टीप्लाई इट विद मास, देन वी कैन से मोमेंटम ऑफ हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट विल से बी कंजर्व. ये वैल्यू कंजर्व रहेगी, मीन्स ये वैल्यू सेम रहेगी. कंजर्व का मतलब होता है जो चेंज ना हो. So option number C will be the right option, but let's check the option number D also. एक बार बच्चे ऑप्शन नंबर D के साथ भी जाके देख लेते हैं. He is saying gravitational potential energy will be minimum at the highest point. तो potential energy का तो कंसेप्ट देखो, potential energy तो हाइट के साथ इंक्रीज हो गई ना. If the body is at the top point, at that point kinetic energy is minimum and potential energy is maximum. Potential energy तो maximum हो गई ना with respect to height. So that means you can eliminate the options also if you do not know about the right answer. So option number 1 eliminated, option number 2 eliminated. So answer for this particular 8th question will be option number C, that is horizontal component of momentum will be conserved. So this will be the right answer. Option number C will be the right answer for question number 8. You can note down it in your notebook. Note down all the 10 questions that we have discussed here. So next question is, if two bodies are projected at 30 degree and 60 degree respectively, if two bodies are projected at 30 degree and 60 degree respectively with the same velocity, then what will be the same. तो इनमें से सेम क्या होगा, that is the question. So two bodies are projected with the same velocity is same, so what will be the same? so velocity अगर सेम है, so कौन सी चीज है जो साइन थीटा के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करती, मीन्स थीटा के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करती। सो रेंज इज सेम, ही इज सेइंग रेंज इज सेम। तो रेंज चेक कर लें बच्चे क्या बन रही है। रेंज विल बी इक्वल टू फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, रेंज विल बी इक्वल टू यू स्केयर साइन, बट आई थिंक रेंज विल बी डिफरेंट, है ना, साइन 2 थीटा, साइन 2 थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय जी। सो दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ रेंज। तो रेंज देखो पहले केस के लिए क्या हो गया, साइन 60, 30 का डबल 60 एंड 60 का डबल 120, तो साइन 60 एंड कॉस 30। ठीक है जी, पहले केस के लिए अगर हम बात करें फॉर द फर्स्ट केस, देखो साइन 60 की वैल्यू भी सेम है, साइन 60 की वैल्यू क्या है, अंडर रूट 3/2 साइन 60। एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट 60 डिग्री, अब 60 डिग्री का डबल क्या हो गया, साइन 120 डिग्री। ठीक है, सो साइन 60 एंड साइन 120, ये बच्चे करके ही पता लगते हैं क्वेश्चंस। सो साइन 60 एंड साइन 120, दीज बोथ हैव सेम वैल्यू, इनकी सेम वैल्यू होती है, दैट इज अंडर रूट 3/2। ठीक है, चेक कर लेना। साइन 60 का तो आपको पता ही है, साइन 120 वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस, साइन 90 प्लस थीटा, साइन 90 प्लस 30, 90 प्लस 30 कन्वर्टेड इनटू कॉस 30, कॉस 30 की वैल्यू अंडर रूट 3/2। तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का कंसेप्ट है, अगर आपको नहीं पता देन यू कैन ड्रॉप द मैसेज इन कमेंट बॉक्स, हम दोबारा डिस्कस कर लेंगे। सो रेंज बच्चे सेम आ गई, पहला ऑप्शन रेंज इज राइट। अब हाइट की बात करते हैं, वर्टिकल हाइट। तो हाइट क्या होगी, हाइट किस केस में मैक्सिमम होगी ये देखते हैं। हाइट क्या सेम हो सकती है, लेट्स चेक फ्रॉम द रिलेशन यूज करके ही चेक करेंगे अब, क्योंकि डायरेक्टली हिट एंड ट्रायल रिस्की है। सो नाउ हाइट विल बी इक्वल टू, हाइट इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन विच फैक्टर, हाइट इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन यू स्केयर साइन स्केयर थीटा। इसके बाद क्या आ गया यहाँ पे, साइन स्केयर थीटा, देन बाय 2g। तो अब u तो सेम है, 2g भी सेम है, दैट मीन्स इन दिस केस अगेन साइन स्केयर थीटा के ऊपर जो है वो हाइट डिपेंड कर रही है। हाइट इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन विच फैक्टर, साइन स्केयर थीटा। तो चेक करते हैं कि साइन स्केयर 60 डिग्री और साइन स्केयर 30 डिग्री में कोई डिफरेंस है। सो साइन स्केयर 30 डिग्री, साइन 30 की वैल्यू 1/2, उसका स्केयर कर देंगे, इट विल बी इक्वल टू 1/4। देन वी हैव साइन, साइन स्केयर 60 डिग्री। सो 60 डिग्री की वैल्यू होती है अंडर रूट 3/2, उसका स्केयर करेंगे, देन वी विल गेट 3/4। सो इन सिंपल वर्ड्स वी कैन से, ये जो साइन स्केयर वाली टर्म है ये चेंज हो रही है। साइन स्केयर 30 एंड साइन स्केयर 60 दे हैव डिफरेंट वैल्यूज। सो अगर ये डिफरेंट है तो साइन स्केयर ही यूज होता है टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट में भी, तो टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट भी सेम नहीं होगा, हाइट भी सेम नहीं होगी, ऑल ऑफ दीज वैसे पॉसिबल नहीं है। रेंज हम चेक कर चुके हैं, रेंज फॉर दीज टू बॉडीज, ये जो दो बॉडीज़ हैं इनकी रेंज जो है दैट विल बी सेम। तो इसका आंसर बन जाएगा ऑप्शन नंबर ए। सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए विल बी द राइट आंसर, दैट देयर रेंजेस विल बी सेम, इन दो बॉडीज़ की रेंज जो होगी दैट विल बी सेम। सो दिस वाज द क्वेश्चन नंबर 9। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ टुडेज सेशन, and if you find the session useful then you can obviously like, share and subscribe to our channel. We are putting so many efforts to record this video and clear your doubts. So you can at least give one like to the video, and at least one student can share this video. Every one student will share with at least one student, so that this content will be shared with many other students who need this type of content. So next question is last one. A body is projected with the velocity v equal to 3 I cap plus 4 j cap meter per second. The maximum height attained by the body is. So in this case, he is asking about the maximum height. Okay, PC battery low. बच्चे wait for 1 minute please. System hang. System hang, wait. यार पूरी वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करी. ओके. सो सिस्टम तो बैटरी. Okay students, wait for 1 minute. I have to plug in my system. Wait for 1 minute. Last question we were discussing in this video, and the system needs the power supply. Wait for 1 minute please. Wait for 1 minute please. So now the student system is okay. Yes. So now the last question is, a body is projected with the velocity v, and v is given by 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. The maximum height attained by the body, take g equal to 10 meter per second. So here students, what we have to use, basically the body is projected. So here we have to take a triangle. This is, let's suppose, right angle triangle. Because why we are using this one? Because we have to find the theta component. Because we don't know the value of theta, we will discuss it. I will discuss it, don't worry. So when we start the question, let's suppose this is the body which is fired at an angle theta. So horizontal component is 3 I cap. This is the value of vertical component 4 j cap. So you can say vertical velocity is 4, horizontal velocity is 3. So this will make triplet. The hypotenuse will be equal to 5. So here we have the resultant velocity. You can say this is the velocity. This is the velocity, na, initial velocity. So resultant will be 5. 3 and 4, resultant will be 5. So now this is the initial velocity. You can say u will be equal to 5. U will be equal to 5 meter per second. So maximum height, the maximum height will be equal to u square sin square theta. Wait 1 minute. Height, maximum height. Yes, maximum height u square sin square theta. So from this triangle we will find the value of sin theta, and then we will square it. We will square it because we need sin square theta. And in the maximum height relation, we have to remember that in the denominator we have 2g. So this is the relation for maximum height. Now from this triangle, hypotenuse by perpendicular by hypotenuse, this is the value of sin theta 4 by 5 perpendicular by hypotenuse, this will be the value of sin theta. So now what we can do, we can put the value of u is equal to 5 square. So 5 square, I am erasing this one, so 5 square into sin theta was equal to 4 by 5, so 4 by 5 square. So this was the relation. Okay, this is u square into sin square theta by 2g, so 2 into 10. So this will be the maximum height that will be attained by this body. So it is equal to h max you can write, or h you can write. Now it will be 5 square into 4 for the 16, 4 fours the 16, divided by 5 square. Okay, 10 into 2 20, and it will be into 5 square. So 5 square and 5 square will cancel out, 5 square and 5 square will cancel out, and you will get the height equal to 0.8 meter. So this will be the right answer for the given question, 0.8 meter. This will be the right answer for the given question. So students, I hope you have understood all the 10 questions that we have discussed here. If the video is useful to you, then you can like, share and subscribe to our channel, and you can share this video among the other students also who are studying in class 10th, class plus 1. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day ahead. Take care. Bye bye. Stay happy. Thank you so much.